She gave him everything she had: a name, a home, a future. He gave her children, vows, and a silence that cut deeper than goodbye. They said Kofi Mensah had eyes that could convince the sun to rise twice. He walked into rooms with a borrowed confidence, crisp shirts ironed the night before, shoes polished to a shine that cost more effort than money. He was not poor in spirit, he was simply poor. And in Lagos, in the year that rains came late and hope felt like rationed water, a man like Kofi needed more than charm to survive. He met Adaeze Okonkwo at her father's textile company, where he had been hired as a junior accounts clerk. She was the daughter the old man had raised to be both gracious and sharp. A woman who wore her wealth lightly, the way the Hamatan wears dust, naturally, without apology. She laughed at Kofi's jokes. She noticed the effort behind his polish. She made the mistake of believing that effort was love. A man who has never had anything will hold on to what he finds, not always out of love, but out of necessity. The tragedy begins when the woman cannot tell the difference. Their courtship was brief and beautiful, the way dry season flowers are beautiful, vivid, urgent, and built on borrowed time. Chief Okonkwo did not entirely approve, but Adaeze was his only daughter, and her happiness, he told himself, was worth more than a man's lineage. So he gave his blessing. He gave them a house in the GRA. He gave Kofi a better position in the company. He gave, and Kofi received and smiled and said thank you in ways that sounded like worship. They married on a Saturday that smelled of fried plantain and new fabric. The guest said it was the finest wedding the street had ever seen since the governor's nephew wed. Adaeze danced in gold and ivory. Kofi held her waist and told himself that this softness, this abundance was what he had been made for. He believed it for a time. Adaeze Okonkwo Mensah, daughter of a Lagos textile magnate, educated in Enugu and London, a woman whose warmth was so natural, it was often mistaken for weakness. She loved Kofi with the kind of love that asks no questions, because it trusts completely, and therein lay her undoings. Kofi Mensah, born the third son of a Ghanaian trader who died before Kofi turned 12. Brilliant, ambitious, beautiful to look at, and hollow in the places where gratitude is supposed to live. He did not hate Adaeze, he simply loved himself, his future self, more.
Whoa, my truck is fast! Here, put him in the bowl. Okay, let's fill it up. Now let's use the stroller. Yeah, let's go.
Children came. First a boy, they named Chukwuemeka, full of the Lord's grace. And then 2 years later, twin girls, Amara and Chisom. The house in the GRA filled with noise and footsteps, and a particular exhaustion that belongs to mothers. Adaeze nursed and rocked and rose at 3 a.m. and still managed to smile at breakfast. She had learned from her mother that a woman's love was measured in endurance.
It's
so
3
she
a.m.
endured.
Go back to sleep, Adaeze.